And vitamin S, you would call it, strength.
Reaches to me. Reaches to me. It reaches to the highest mountain, and it flows to the lowest valley. The blood, the blood, the blood, the blood.
So mommy sauce and everybody who needed strength this morning.
It gives me strength from day to day.
To the receptionist downstairs, take some strength this morning, baby girl.
Yes, it does, it reaches. Reaches to me. Reaches to me. Reaches to me. So glad that it reaches to me. Reaches to me.
Reaches to me.
Reaches to me. It reaches to the highest mountain, and it flows.
News from the street. 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning. It's time for the mid-morning news on the streets in 919 FM. In the headlines, Prakash Ramadan. And in news overseas, Minneapolis City Council pledges to dismantle police department over George Floyd matter. And with the details, I am Jason Shields. Member of Parliament for St. Augustine, Prakash Ramadan, has responded to the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, saying that government has to stop demonizing nationals who are seeking exemptions to return home and move faster in repatriating them. On Saturday, during his press conference, the Prime Minister accused an opposition MP with legal training of what he called touting nationals who are stranded abroad. Dr. Rowley said the MP in question was telling the stranded nationals that their constitutional rights are being violated. Mr. Ramadan, who is an attorney and has represented the 33 nationals who came from Barbados, denied he was touting nationals abroad and said he had no idea who the Prime Minister was referring to. The St. Augustine MP said he was the only member of Parliament that he knew publicly who had been fighting the cause and advocating for the return of citizens. He has called on Dr. Rowley to reveal the identity of the MP. The Ministry of Works and Transport is informing the public of changes to the services offered at the licensed offices which has taken effect today. Car dealers will be exempted from the use of existing appointment systems. Dealers are now required to utilize special arrangements made by Transportation Commissioner when visiting the Caroni, Ryson Road and San Fernando licensing offices. The specialized access card, along with other pertinent information, will be given to each dealer by the transport officers assigned to vehicle registration on their next visit. Non-dealers or individuals are required, however, to continue to utilize the existing appointment system to register vehicles. An additional telephone booking hotline has also been added, 612-2701. The ministry said all calls for appointments must be made between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday to Friday. Finally, in news overseas, the majority of the Minneapolis City Corporation has pledged to dismantle the local police department amid nationwide protests sparked by the death of George Floyd last month at the hands of 4 police officers in the city. 9 of the 13 councillors said the new model of the public safety would be created in the city, which have seen their law enforcement be accused of racism. City Council President Lisa Bender read a statement to hundreds of protesters on Sunday saying they were there because Minneapolis and in cities across America, it is clear that existing systems of policing and public safety is not keeping communities safe. Ms. Bender said details of the overhaul plan needed to be discussed further and added that she would try to shift police funding towards community-based strategies. Mayor Jacob Fry earlier opposed the move and drew boos from the crowds. And that was a look at your mid-morning news on the street, 919 FM. As we recap the headlines, Prakash Ramada wants Dr. Keith Rowley to stop demonizing nationals stranded abroad. Changes at licensing offices take effect today. And in news overseas, Minneapolis City Council pledges to dismantle the police department over George Floyd matter. Stay tuned for more news on the street, 919 FM. Our next major newscast comes up at 12 noon. I am Jason Shields. Have a good morning.